In this video, you'll learn how to run Next.js on your own server. We'll use a machine from Moxy. They come with Git deployments, Docker, and Postgres out of the box. You just push your code and your Moxy server handles the rest. Let's see how it works. You manage your Moxy server entirely through SSH. Connect with the admin user, and this will drop you in the admin shell. On this screen, you see stats like CPU, memory, and disk, so you can quickly check on how your server is doing. At the top, we have the main navigation for managing apps, databases, and more on your server. You can switch with the tab key on your keyboard, or you can just click. The shell has full mouse integration, so clicking and dragging works as you'd expect. Now, let's create our first app. Give it a name and click Create. You can change quite a few settings here, but for now, just copy the Deploy Remote by clicking the link. I have a simple Node.js app here. It consists of a single JavaScript file and a Docker file. Every app you deploy on Moxy runs as a Docker container, and this file provides instructions on how to build it. To deploy the app, we need to add the remote we just copied to Git. In the terminal, type git remote add moxy and paste the URL. To deploy it, just git push. Your server will build the Docker container, run health checks, obtain an HTTPS certificate, and once it's ready, we can see our app running in the browser. You can think of your Moxy server as your private Heroku or Vercel. You can deploy any app, and the server manages itself and keeps running. Now, let's try deploying a more complex project. Here, I have a Next.js app for managing to-do lists. It stores data in a Postgres database with Prisma. The Docker file is standard for Next.js. You can find it in the docs section on our website. We also have a proc file, which starts the app as the web process and will run database migrations on release. Here is what we need to do. We'll create an app in Moxy, create a database, set config variables, point a domain, and deploy. Keep in mind that the first four are only done once in the initial setup. After this, you only need to git push to deploy new versions of your app. Switch to the Moxy admin shell and create another app. Then, in the resources, we'll create a database. This will install Postgres on your server in the background. When it's ready, it will place the database connection string as an env variable. This is what Prisma will use to connect to the database. We need to add a few more env variables. For a real project, you should generate a new session secret, but I'll just copy it over for the video. This is used by Next.js to encrypt session cookies. The health check is used by Moxy to check whether the app serves traffic correctly. You can read more about it in our docs. Now, we need to set the domain name. We can click here to add our custom domain. This will give us a few DNS records we need to add in our DNS provider. I am using Cloudflare for this domain, but the steps are identical for any provider. Just add an A record and paste the IP. Do the same with the other record for the IPv6 address. Now we can press Create to assign the domain to the app. We can also remove the default domain name that is assigned automatically. At this point, we're ready to deploy. Copy and paste the Git remote in your project. Then push. The first deployment of a Next.js project can take up to a minute or two. When it finishes, you have a production version of your app running on your server with a custom domain. We can open an account and create to-do items. Everything will be persisted in the database. Thank you for watching this overview. You can learn more about Moxy and read guides for deploying many popular frameworks in our docs. If you have questions, write to our team and we'll help you get started.